spiritually awakened people go through deep changes that greatly change their lives and views. This awakening makes them quickly stop many habits, beliefs, and practices that no longer fit their higher purpose. These people find themselves naturally letting go of many parts of their old lives, and this change is marked by a smooth and natural process of leaving the old to welcome the new. One of the first things spiritually awakened people quit is expecting good things to come. We often put our experiences into two boxes, good or bad. When things go well, we call them good. On the other hand, when things don't go as planned, we call them bad. These labels come from our minds, our way of making sense of our experiences. However, spiritually awakened people see things differently. They go beyond these simple labels. For them, awakening leads to the removal of these mental tags. Awakening changes how they see life, making them stop labeling things as good or bad. To spiritually awakened people, everything is just life. There is no split into good or bad. There is only life happening all the time. They understand that life is a kind of super intelligence far beyond what our limited, judging minds can grasp. This understanding helps them see every experience as part of the bigger picture of life without sticking a positive or negative label on it. When we stop expecting things to be a certain way, we start accepting life as it is. This pure acceptance comes when we drop our hopes from life. Spiritually awakened people realize that hopes often lead to disappointment and dissatisfaction. By letting go of expectations, they open themselves up to living life fully without needing to judge. For them, life is always flowing, neither good nor bad, just life. They understand that putting labels on experiences limits their understanding and appreciation of life's true nature. Instead of fighting or clinging to certain outcomes, they embrace the present moment and whatever it brings. This change in viewpoint brings a sense of calm and contentment. Without the weight of expectations, they can fully engage with life, valuing each moment for what it is. This acceptance doesn't mean giving up or lacking ambition. Rather, it means seeing the real worth in every experience and trusting in the greater wisdom of life. Additionally, spiritually awakened people quit taking things personally. It is a common reaction that can lead to a lot of unnecessary stress and conflict. When someone says or does something we see as negative, it's easy to feel hurt or offended. However, spiritually awakened individuals have learned to handle these situations differently. They understand that taking things personally often comes from our own insecurities and wrong beliefs. People often react based on their own experiences, feelings, and views. When someone says something hurtful, it is usually more about them and their state of mind than it is about you. Spiritually awakened individuals see this and can separate themselves from the need to take things personally. When you take things personally, you allow others to control your feelings. This can lead to feelings of anger, resentment, and sadness. Instead of reacting defensively, awakened people step back and see the situation from a wider view. They understand that everyone is on their own journey facing their own struggles and emotions. Taking things personally can also stop you from seeing the truth of a situation. When you are caught up in your own feelings, it is hard to see things clearly. They strive to see things as they are without the cloud of personal bias. This clarity allows them to make better decisions and respond more effectively to challenges. Furthermore, they quit worrying about things. Worrying is a natural human response to uncertainty and possible threats. However, constant worrying can lead to significant stress and anxiety, preventing us from living fully in the present. Spiritually awakened people have found ways to manage and reduce worry, allowing them to keep a sense of peace and balance. Worry often comes from our fear of the unknown and our wish to control outcomes. We worry about the future, our health, our loved ones, and many other parts of life. While some concern is normal, too much worry can be harmful. Spiritually awakened people understand that worrying does not change what will happen. Instead, it takes away our present moment and adds unnecessary stress to our lives. One key insight of spiritually awakened people is the acceptance of uncertainty. They know that life is naturally unpredictable, and trying to control every part of it is pointless. This acceptance helps them to let go of the need to worry about things they can't control. They focus on what they can control, their actions and responses, and trust that everything will fall into place as it should. Spiritually awakened, people also stop looking for approval from others. Yes, seeking approval from others is a natural human tendency. We often look to others for approval and recognition, to feel valued and worthy. However, relying too much on external approval can lead to a weak sense of self-worth and constant anxiety. Spiritually awakened people have learned to shift their focus from external approval to internal approval, finding their sense of worth from within. When we seek external approval, we are basically letting others decide our value. We may feel good when we get praise or approval, but our self-esteem can drop if we face criticism or rejection. This reliance on others for approval makes us prone to external opinions and judgments, which can be inconsistent and unpredictable. Spiritually awakened people understand that true self-worth comes from within. They know that seeking approval from others can lead to an endless cycle of approval-seeking behavior, which can be tiring and unfulfilling. Instead, they build a strong sense of self-worth that is independent of external opinions. They accept themselves fully, including their strengths and weaknesses. This self-acceptance lets them embrace their true selves without needing to fit others' expectations. By valuing themselves for who they are, they no longer need external approval to feel worthy. Moreover, spiritually awakened people quit blaming others. Blaming others is a common response to negative situations. It can be an easy way to avoid taking responsibility and protecting our ego. However, spiritually awakened individuals know that this habit is unproductive and stops personal growth. They have learned to take responsibility for their actions and focus on their own responses rather than blaming others. When we blame others, we shift focus away from ourselves. This can give temporary relief, but doesn't solve the underlying issues. Blaming others creates a cycle of negativity and resentment, making it hard to move forward. Spiritually awakened people see that blaming others keeps us stuck in a victim mindset where we feel powerless and unable to change our circumstances. They approach situations with a different perspective. They know that taking responsibility for their own actions and responses is key for personal growth and inner peace. Instead of finding someone to blame, they think about their own role in the situation and how they can improve or react differently in the future. They often reflect on their thoughts, emotions, and actions to understand their own part in any situation. This self-awareness helps them see things more clearly and objectively, reducing the tendency to blame others. In addition, spiritually awakened people quit living in toxic relationships. Toxic relationships can drain your energy, affect your well-being, and stop your personal growth. These relationships are often marked by negativity, manipulation, and a lack of respect. Spiritually awakened individuals understand the importance of being around positive, supportive people and have learned to identify and stay away from toxic relationships. Toxic relationships can show up in many forms, such as friendships, romantic relationships, or even family ties. The common thread is that they leave us feeling worn out, anxious, or unhappy. These relationships often involve patterns of control, criticism, and emotional manipulation, making it hard to keep a healthy and balanced state of mind. Spiritually awakened people know that staying in toxic relationships can stop them from finding inner peace and personal growth. They have developed the awareness and strength to see when a relationship is harmful and take the steps needed to protect their well-being. Setting boundaries is key for handling toxic relationships. Spiritually awakened people set clear boundaries to protect their emotional and mental well-being. These boundaries help to define what behavior is acceptable and create a sense of safety and respect. By setting and enforcing boundaries, they can stop toxic individuals from overstepping and causing harm. Lastly, spiritually awakened people quit superficial interactions. Superficial interactions are those that lack depth, realness, and meaningful connection. They often focus on small talk, social niceties, and surface-level engagement without getting into real understanding or emotional connection. Spiritually awakened individuals see the limits of superficial interactions and focus on deeper, more meaningful connections in their relationships. Superficial interactions can be common in everyday life, whether in social settings, work environments, or even within family circles. While these interactions can be pleasant and serve a purpose, they often leave people feeling unfulfilled and disconnected. They do not give the emotional nourishment or the sense of true connection that deeper interactions offer. Spiritually awakened people understand that meaningful connections are essential for personal growth, emotional well-being, and spiritual fulfillment. They seek to engage with others on a deeper level, building relationships based on realness, trust, and mutual understanding. They give their full attention to the person they are talking with, truly listening and engaging in the conversation. This presence helps to create a space where deeper connections can grow, as it shows respect and interest in the other person's thoughts and feelings. My friend, spiritually awakened people aren't special in any extraordinary way. They've simply woken up from the illusions that most people live with every day. To the average person, they might seem extraordinary or different, but in reality, they are just very ordinary people. What sets them apart is their perspective and how they approach life. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. If you're still with me, please leave a comment saying, "I release the need for external validation and embrace my true, authentic self." If you comment this affirmation, I'll give your comment a heart. As always, wishing you a beautiful day.